And we are live. It's the freaking weekend, baby! Clap it up. Clap it up, clap it up, clap it up. Listen, anybody who's here knows that my voice is not good. I was not going to do it live this morning, but I figured the show must go on. All right? Check this out. The story just came across my desk. And first of all, let me say shout out to the people going out to work this morning. Shout out to the people coming in from work. Extra special big up shout out to the people who work 2 jobs or multiple jobs. You are the real MVPs, right? Shout out to my entrepreneurs, my stay-at-home mom and dads. Shout out to every single person with a clean heart, clear conscience, and wants good for other people as much as they want good for themselves. I truly, truly respect you. Now, this story, you see the headline, right? 700 people. I took my kids to a splash pad, which is a water park. And I noticed when I was at the water park that the chlorine was extra strong. And it's like, long story short, I woke up the next morning and my throat was like this. So I don't know, I guess that chlorine violated my damn throat. Anyhow, it'll be over soon. It's not the first time it happened. Big up and welcome. You see the headline? The headline says, 1 white man and over 700 black women. Shout out to the vanilla lovers, white women, black women out there. I know a lot of Jamaican females or Caribbean females that are very subservient to white men. People say, SouFlo, you like white women too. You have mixed kids and all that. Hey, whatever floats your boat. I'm just saying. Shout out to the black women that like their vanilla. I've noticed the subserviency. But anyways, so this brother now, a white man, right? He is accused of, with proof, of infecting. He has admitted to infecting over 700 black females with AIDS. And he did it purposely, hoping they would take the AIDS virus back to black men. Now, I don't know if you've heard the story, but let me see. I don't want the person who sent this to me number to be shown. So let me see if I can hold it up like that. Let me see. White boy. Anyhow, this boy has been able to infect over one white boy has been able to infect over 700 black females with AIDS, right? In Bam Bam one lick. I don't know what that mean, you know. Fix up them talk there. Boy, in Bam Bam one lick. If you give over 700 black women AIDS, I think people would have said you need to get shot, or you need to get killed, or you need to be buried, or you need to do life in prison. I bet you if it was a black man that gave 700 white women AIDS, they would say something other than, a little bit stronger than in Bam Bam one lick. Fix up the talk there, brethren. All right, anyway, so a Florence, South Carolina man was denied bond during a court hearing last week after being charged with human trafficking. The funny thing is, they haven't even charged this brother with what he has admitted to. They've put it in other terms, right? So they've charged him with sex crimes. So on Monday, Jason Roger Pope appeared in court for a bond hearing which lasted about 10 minutes when his defense lawyer announced the intent to withdraw his bond, meaning he didn't want to come out no more. So bond means you have a bond hearing and you could be let out of prison or jail, let out of jail on bond, right? You get to go home. Yeah, why for that Bam Bam want lick them? I don't know. Yo, Bam Bam want lick. I saw this brother, I don't know brother. This man decides say he don't want no bond hearing. Keep me which part me there, judge, is what he said. But the reason why he's saying that is because everything has come to light now, and there are a lot of people out there who are looking to bust him head. So here we go with the Bam Bam One Lick thing. You're bottom one too. Okay, my brother. Whatever you say. So he's decided that he wants to stay in a prison. Arrest warrants show that between July 2017 and July of 2019, Pope forced underage girls to perform sex acts. One girl reportedly as young as age 13, another one was 16, another one was 17, another one was 14. And his neighbors next door are saying that they knew something was suspicious all along because of the age of the people that they saw going in there. Mind you, he's in South Carolina, but this white man knew how. Big up Guyana. This white man knew exactly how, right, to move into a black neighborhood. He knew how to dress. He was a party promoter. And he dealt with black music. Rap, R&B was his thing. He would put on the do-rag, and then he would put on the hat, the baseball hat, turn it sideways. You know, whatever the dress code is what he would look like. He knew how to assimilate into the culture, right? Now, if you can imagine, 700 black women. 700 black women in a one white man. 700 black women. He admitted too, because a few years ago, he actually posted saying, I'm 36 years old with 690 something body counts. How about you? And they're all black women, all black females, he said. Now, the man he was seen with even R. Kelly. He used to visit Atlanta 5 times to 6 times a month. And they said that what he was doing in Atlanta was he was in the porn industry. But he was in the underground black porn industry. One black woman came out and said, I seen him in an orgy with 7 black women at once. Because black women used to just throw themselves at him. I guess he hung around celebrities, he had some money, and he had some clout in the entertainment industry. Now, I firmly believe, right, because there is legal proof here that authorities have known about this guy and have been arresting him since 2011. But he was not arrested and held until 2019. Now, somebody just mentioned something about population or depopulation and population control. I honestly think they left him out there because they knew the demographic that he was working in. For those of you who are tuning in late, my voice is going through some things, so I can't really talk loud, so I hope you're hearing me. right? We're talking about, just like the topic of the video said, one white boy and 700 black women. And these black women, man, this guy was very public about how many women he slept with and how he was running through black women. See, the media, I'm mad at the media because what the media does is this. For instance, when a white person commits a crime, right? The media put the person's face. If you're suspected of committing a crime, they make sure that your face show up on the media, on TV, right away. Eventually, the idea of crime becomes synonymous with a black face. Anytime you see a crime or hear a crime happen and you're watching the news and you hear them talk about the crime, but they don't show you the face of the person, 99.999%, I would say 110%, the perpetrator of that crime is a white person. And they won't show that person's face until way later, until other news entities show it. And when they do show the person's face, if it's a white person, it'll be really quick, and then they'll take it back down. If it's a black person that's only suspected, they'll have your face up on that screen for the whole morning. And they'll make sure that part of the news run every 15 minutes of the day for the next 24 hours. Right? What I'm mad with the media about is, how come you flash Bill Cosby? How come you flash R. Kelly? Like, they had Bill Cosby on display. They had R. Kelly on display. Mind you, all of Bill Cosby's alleged victims were grown-ass women that knew that this man was married, right? But they still even went to his marital home with him. Now, you're going to my marital home with me, and I'm telling you, yeah, Brain's not dead, man. She gone right now. What do you think you're coming to my home for? Why do you think a married man is taking you, a woman, to his home and telling you his wife's not home right now, and he live in a big mansion, right? And he's a big movie star. We're not surprised that this, whoever this is, Sam's, we're discussing this, okay? Now, they flaunt R. Kelly all over the news. They flaunt Bill Cosby all over the news. Any black person with this type of a crime, they flaunted them all over the news. Sex predator, this, that. Okay. 700 black women suspected, majority of all the ones they have arrested him for were underage. A serial predator, this is, right? And the news media is not flashing this guy. I'm sure a lot of you have not seen this person on television. Sometimes when they show the white perp, they darken the pic so much, he still looks black. That's a fact. I've seen that. Either they flash it really fast, take it back down, or they darken the picture so much, you would think him look mixed with something, look more like Hispanic, or he look mixed race, like he could be between black and white or something. But when you do your research and you find the blonde hair, blue-eyed picture of him, then you realize that it's a white guy, right? Or it's a white woman. But that's how the media does. Now, it is through social media that authorities learned that Pope solicited all these women. In arrest warrants for commercial sex acts, victims received money, other things of value from Pope. So, 700 black women, licky, greedy, materialistic, want to can't, I can't say want to can't get it, but licky and greedy. And this is how this white boy, and I've seen them. Girl, a white boy and a girl. I can't do the woman voice today because my voice real hoarse, but A white boy and a girl, and him famous, you know. Him have money. I've heard Jamaican women. I actually heard one particular group of Jamaican women. I won't mention their name, but I heard them say this one time, and I was so disgusted at it because I know a lot of white people that are broke as hell, and I know a lot of black people that have money. So for you to automatically assume him white, so him have money, so me I go fling my crutches upon him. Yeah, Granny Vice smash me up, brother. Yo, what go on Father and Son TV? Big up on yourself. All right. Oh yeah, people have been doing some promos for Father and Sons TV. It's a channel that has clean content. Like I said before, it's a channel where you can go watch that channel in front of your grandmother and not worry about no cuss word, no derogatory terms. It's my brother. He's located in the UK and he keeps the content clean, and also his children are involved in it. So you can go over there and go check him out on Father and Sons TV on YouTube. It's a real funny show, real good show. Go check it out. All right. And thank me later because you're going to have some laughs. Now, back to this thing here. My voice mash up, man. People asking what happened to my voice and mash up. It'll come back. People have hoarse throat all the time. I went to a splash pad and I think the chlorine at the splash pad messed up my voice. Where was my duty station? I had multiple duty stations. I was in Fort Benning, Georgia, and I was in Germany. I spent most of my time in Germany. All right, so both the young women, so I'm reading through this thing, all right? I'm sussing through this. The young women were able to identify his license plate. They memorized his license plate number. They described exactly how inside his house looked and all this other stuff, right? Now, I'm going to tell you where you can go look, because the funny thing is, these things are still out there. Like, no authority, no law enforcement has taken them down or anything. And mind you, a lot of these are said to be underage girls, right? And no authority has forced or taken them down or anything. Yeah, the funny thing was when I saw him in a picture with R. Kelly at a party in Atlanta. And it is said that a lot of what he was doing was done in Atlanta. I him and R. Kelly, yo, man, I feel off, yo. Can't take serious thing, make jokes sometimes. Such big number of black women in this time and age falling for, yep, that's how it goes. That's how, I was telling somebody that I said a lot of them pretend like they don't or won't, but they do. I'm just going to leave it at that. Jason Roger Pope is the man name. Somebody said, damn, bro, all these photos look like they're inside of your house, though. Pope bragged and posted on social media that I'm 36 with 600. He's now 43 years old. When he was 36, he said, and put this on social media with him and a whole bunch of black girls' pictures. Some of them were laying on him topless. He had multiple black girls in one picture, his hand in some of them crotch, while some of them topless, kissing him, tongue in the mouth, like just derogatory pictures, right? And the caption was, I'm 36 years old with 693 bodies at this point, all black females. What about you? This was posted by, according to the Atlanta Black Star reports. I'm looking at pictures, and I can't say I'm amazed, because we live in a society where our women do just about anything for money, or women do just about anything for fame, or women do just about anything for people that they think have money or fame. Hell, they do just about anything for broke bicycle boy when I have no ambition, no employment or nothing. So you can only imagine what they do for somebody that has a little bit of something. Yeah, the men do too. But I notice how every time the story turns to our women always turn it back to the men too. Yes, men too, but we're not talking about the men right now. The headline of this story is how one white man was able to give over 700 black women AIDS. That's what this is about. So this is about you, black women. This is not about the black man right now. We know that he does too. We know he has his dirty, doggish ways too. We know that he is just as dirty as some of our dirty black females. We know. Matter of fact, anytime black women say to me, yeah, black man, they nasty and dirty and they always cheating, I say to myself, or I say to them, yeah, but who they cheating with? Who they running around with? Especially when they tell me, Jamaican man, them a dog, you know. Jamaican man, them dirty and nasty, you know. Yeah, but who are they being dirty and nasty with? Who are they being dirty and nasty with? Black woman. So, it's not only the man, it's the man and the woman, but this story is specific to our women. How one white boy, you know, was able to infect over 700 black women on purpose and brag about it and post pictures. And you're friending this guy on Instagram and Facebook and everywhere else, right? And you're friending him on these places and you're scrolling through his profile pictures and you see all these other pictures of all these other black women. Did it make you want to get with him more? I don't understand how that work. I don't understand how that work. If I go right now and try to talk to a black woman or a woman, period, let's stick to the truth. If I go try to talk to a sister right now, right? The first thing she probably gonna do is she's gonna do a Google search on who I am. Worse me up on social media. She's gonna find out SouFLoTV, them call him. All right. And y'all have a Google SouFLoTV? Google SouFLoTV and then go to Google Pics. And you will see. It's not hard to do. Thousands of pictures will come up from about, it even shows my other sites that I've not been so, like Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, yeah, everything comes up. So it's not hard. And a lot of these black women seem like they were so into this guy, like they wanted more from him than just a slam. Like they really believed that they were in love with him or having a relationship with him or just happy to be in his company. And the thing is, he was infecting them with HIV and then making a digital track record of all the women he was skeeting in with his HIV self. And it goes on and on, man. Sad. I don't know how he was able to get away with it, but I know that law enforcement, the authorities helped him. That's all I'm going to say. Because there's no way that he was able to get away with this. And another sad part is he lived in a predominantly black neighborhood. This is a predator. He knows exactly who his victims were or who his potential victims were. So he made sure he set up himself in a black neighborhood, got a house in a black neighborhood. He was a DJ of black music. He played in black clubs. And he even got himself, because he got famous through the music, he even got himself involved in black porn. To the point where he was in the porn underground scene, but it was black porn. And he made sure he was having sex with black women all the time. Now he's bragging that his number hit over 700, and he was doing it so these 700 black women can go pass AIDS onto black men. Sad. Sad. Yes, that's a wicked person, yes. Wicked, wicked person. And all the time, he's pretending to be a family member. You know, black people, you know, we're letting everybody real quick. I said this before, right? We are so quick to love everybody else except for our own people. We are so quick to forgive everybody else except for our own people. We are so quick to accept and have people be a part of. Black people learn stuff, right? And remember, knowledge is power. Black people learn how to do things, right? And when they learn how to do it, ask them to teach it to another black person so they can use it to uplift themselves. And you see how fast rejection come about. Me not teach him nothing. That's how we do. But make a little white boy say, can you show me how to do that? Yes, man, all you have to do is you break down this part right here and you put it together right here. Here's my number. Call me if you don't understand, okay? I'll stay up all night and explain it to you if I have to, just to make sure that you get it, okay, my white friend? And white people love me. White people love me. I'm a part of their group. I'm accepted by them. That's how we go on. That's the only way that we keep being infiltrated and damaged. This is not no hate white people video, you know, because I know a lot of y'all know I'm not down for that. I in no way, shape, or form support racism. I deal with white people as well. My kind of white people, though, have to be sympathetic to the black cause. You understand? There are different types of white people out there. So don't get the thing twisted. Because when black people were out in the streets, marching for civil rights, people out there that were willing to get burned up by the water hose, bite up by dogs, punched in their face and get their jaws broken, dragged off to jail, handcuffed, hogtied, kicked down and beat up in the streets right next to us. I'm not here promoting no racism. So I don't want to see nobody come on my thing and talk about all white people this, because I despise that as much as I despise when those idiots say all black people anything. So this ain't no racist video. I'm talking about the faults that we have as black people that continues to damage us as a people. Yo, you see, one time I go to Jamaica, it's one of the times where you can actually really observe and see how our people are so subservient. You could come into the country, right? And you come into the country with a pocket full of money, you know. You're ready for spending, you know. And your Jamaican people will treat you some kind of way. But make a broke white person come by, they automatically assume that this white foreigner, them come from a white people, you not hear the accent of England them come from. Yo, go for this, go sell them the some no. Hi, how you doing? May I help you? You want me skid out on my head and balance on my neck for you? You want me? That's how our people are. You know what I'm saying? And that is where our damage comes in. They will go above and beyond. And this is exactly how this white man was able to infiltrate. Not one white woman. Not one white woman. All black women. Imagine that. All black women to the tune of over 700. To the tune of over 700 black women. One white man. Yes, it's trained behavior for sure. But we live in a time where we can untrain. We live in a time where, come on now, we are flying down the technology information highway. So whoever don't want to know truth is who don't want to know truth. Who want to be blind? Yes, it's in South Carolina was where he was located. But he was also located in Georgia. Atlanta, all about Atlanta, Georgia, South Carolina, and other places across the U.S. We want. I don't know. If you live in an age, if you're in an age where information is available to make you wiser, and you refuse to use that information, but other people are using it and are gathering it and then using it against you, then you're the fool and you're to be blamed for your own demise. I remember Marcus Garvey gave a speech, and then at the end of the speech, Marcus Garvey said, we shall do it. We can do it. We shall do it. And if we are not able to do it, we shall perish like dogs. Well, we are in information age. 10 years he was able to run for. And in the 10-year period, 700 black women. Now you want to tell me, said this wasn't done on purpose? Somebody said, we call them cha-cha done. We call them people that are choo-choo done. We call them people that the alphabet boys. We call them the 3-letter word people. We don't even mention them people in name. Did you know that? Remember wising up to something. Watch this. On social media, right? Anytime you mention, there's a list of words or phrases that are set in a database. Listen up, There's a list of words or phrases that are set in a database. Anytime you use any of those words or phrases in a phone call, your phone call is immediately tapped because they want to hear more of that conversation to see if it's in line with what they think it is. Maybe you just use it. They'll leave it alone. They'll get off your conversation. If you use it in a text, they'll follow the whole message. I don't know if y'all know this. So, you have to be careful who for name you calling and how you saying things. That's why I've learned by doing this over the years to like twist up my words some kind of way and say something in our next way where only those who really think. Like sometimes I say some things, right? And people I say, yo, SouFlo, you're so funny, yo. You make me laugh till me nearly weak out, yo. And then another person say, blouse and skirt. And that you say, me get it in charge. And I say nothing. Don't say nothing more. I get it. So we got to be careful in these times. We got to be careful in these times. It's not that we can't speak perfect English, or it's not that we cannot communicate with it in that language, but we have to know what we have to say when we have to say certain things. You see me? We can't move out here. And like I said, we live in the age of technology. So information is out there to guide us that tells us that if you say or do certain things, you getting that. Hello? Yes, open up. Or you might get the long rifle, a shell from a long rifle. You understand? So we have to be careful in these times, man. But this particular case right here, 700 black women, one white man. How did that happen? How was he able? When you look at the pictures, right? When you look at the pictures, you can see the infiltration. All blacks, all black women. And this guy was making a digital footprint, meaning he took pictures, posted pictures. You can see the infiltration on him. He had to dress a certain way. Not for nothing. Let me tell you something. So I did a lot of years in Germany, right? I did a lot of years in Germany, which is the gateway to Europe, we called it. And I ran all through Europe. Watch it. While I was there, these white women are so into black men over there, right? Whatever tickles her boat, whatever floats her boat and tickles her fancy. But as a soldier, I had a lot of white friends or white soldiers who would go off on these excursions with us. So we would travel and go party and stuff like that. And what we found out was the white women that we ran into, they never liked, they used to say stuff like this. I don't like white boys. I don't like white boys, they used to say. So we out there being our battle buddy, and we trying to get him some from his own white women. These white women used to specifically tell us the only kind of white boys I like are the ones that act black. This is my life experience I'm sharing with you, right? So if it's not your life experience, you don't generalize, because I wasn't generalizing. I'm talking about my life experience, okay? And I'm sharing it to make a point. What we used to do, we used to actually take this white boy back, take him shopping with us, and have him look how we dress and look, right? We used to have him look how we dress and look, and then we'll take him out, take him out on a weekend, and pum pum ratings gone up. Even black females were now attracted to him. They used to make up names like, what them call him? White chocolate, and all kind of something like that. Yeah, he a white boy, but that's just his skin color. He got a black soul and all this other stuff. But it was us. And they would come to us and be like, yo, Flo, man. Of course, they weren't calling me Flo. But yo, Flo, man, when y'all going out this weekend, can we roll again? But y'all gotta like take us shopping first with y'all and show us like what outfit to put on and whatever. Straight up. And there was no hiding it. And we did. We took them out and we dressed them and we brought them to the clubs and stuff. And they went in there, and then their own females were attracted to them. The females that were attracted to black guys only. And I used to say to myself too, and I used to say to others, how could you be black? I mean, how could you be white but not attracted to white guys? Or how could you be black but not attracted to black people? Again, This is a state of what Marcus Garvey calls psychosis. I like white boys, but I'm not sleeping with them straight up. Yeah. I don't know about all that. I don't know about all that. Like I said, I associate with white people, but the kind of white people that I circle around are white people that have to be, that is a requirement for me. You have to be sympathetic to the black cause. And I pay very close attention to everyone in my circle or everyone surrounding me. So if I'm in an area where, say, something comes on where they talking on the news about, yes, black people, this and that, and a black man was killed today, shot by a police officer because he was running away from the police officer. Well, the first thing I'm going to think is, was he armed? Was he a threat to the police officer's life? Did he turn and try to use a weapon? All these things is what I think, right? But I'm looking at the white people that's around my circle who I'm associating with. And this is how I'm going to either be cool with you or I'm going to distance myself from you. Anyhow, you say something like this. Well, he shouldn't have been running. Cut off. You understand? Because if a man is unarmed and running away from you, there's no need to shoot him in the back of the head and murder him when you stopped him just because the tail light on his damn car, one of the tail lights was out. You get what I'm saying? So if the first thing comes out of your mouth was, as a white person around me, is, well, he shouldn't have been running. Cut off. Cut the off. We can't have no more conversation. I'll be very shallow with you after that. Good morning. If you're in a professional environment, I see this in my professional environment as well. And then people realize how I just withdraw myself from them and try and start acting different. Cut off. You have to be sympathetic to my cause. I know everybody love we. You understand? I know everybody love we. And it's not everybody that's our skin color or our race is friends of us either. So don't get it twisted. Because you see that white boy, you see, in order for him to infect over 700 black women with AIDS, he had some black friends, guys, black friend, that used to dap him up, yeah? Introduce him to the girls that they're chilling with tonight, and all these things. So, we are much a part of it. Somebody said they're pushing the what? They're pushing the mixed race agenda on Netflix. Well, we live in a society where people are free. So, society on a whole right now change up very differently. All right? Everywhere you look now is a white woman with a black man and mixed race children and vice versa. That's been happening for the last decade or so. Okay? Famous black men with white women and mixed race children been happening since the first day they let one black man into Hollywood or into professional sports or so. You know what I'm saying? So it's nothing new. I don't think that's what they're pushing on Netflix. I think they're more pushing the homosexual agenda on Netflix and on all other networks. And I'm not speaking out against it. Remember, I don't know why I'm going off this topic about this white man and the 700 black woman, but let me say something like this. I'm not a gay advocate. I'm a person that believes that whatever orientation you claim to be, or again, where you feel like tickle your fancy and your business that. It's not for us to discuss. I don't discuss my sex life with nobody. I don't get out there and flaunt my sex life. And I don't think it's something that is worthy of public attention. You know what I'm saying? It's something that you do in private with your significant other, or for someone out there with your significant group of people that you do it with. Yeah? But check this out. When a group of people rise to power and realize that they are marginalized or feel like they're not getting enough respect in society because of the one thing that bonds them together, then they're going to rise up because they want to be treated as human beings. You understand? And that's what you see going on. Gay people feel like said they should be in every facet of life because to them it's normal, right? To them it's normal. So they're seeking to be on every show on TV, to include every kids show, cartoons, commercials. In the classroom, they'll have books now where your children will be reading and flipping the pages. You know, when the teacher said, okay, Johnny, stand up and read the next 2 paragraphs, and poor Johnny flipped the page and see, Sarah has 2 daddies, or Sarah has 2 mommies. And Johnny confused because in his house, him have a mommy that look like a woman and him have a daddy that look like a man. But he goes to school and the school book, inside of the school book says Sarah has 2 daddy and him see 2 man. Or Sarah has 2 mommies and him see 2 man. And him must say, how this is a kid and confusion now. How Sarah fi have 2? The poor kid wants to ask, miss, I think they made a mistake in the book because it says Sarah has 2 mommies, but I see 2 guys, 2 men in the book. So they're working it even into the school curriculum, if you don't notice that. Yeah, they're telling the kids that it's a choice that, and whichever one you choose, it's your right to choose. Well, like I've said, I'm not here to dictate anybody's life. So may I tell you the same thing. It's your right to choose. You have one life to live. Choose where you want to live. I don't want it imposed on my children. If they get grown age and they decide that that's the lifestyle they want to indulge in, or, you know, some of them, if that's how I was born and I've always felt this way since I was little and me want to live that way here, then that's on them. That's on them. I'm not here to dictate anyone's life. But I do think that it's unfair to start imposing this stuff on children. But, of course, they bring it under the guise of tolerance. So we all have to be tolerable. And in order to be tolerable, thank you, Winnie Rocks. Bless up, manners and respect. In order to be tolerable, we must start to teach the children these things from a very young age. That's their excuse, right? And then they put all this stuff in the kids' book and in the cartoons. I'll never forget. Remember, I'm still talking about the one white man that gave AIDS to the 700 black women and admitted it and took pictures and posted them. But I'm going a little bit off topic here to say this. I'm a father myself, right, of a handful of children that are all mine. So this is near and dear to me as well. I never forget. I like to see what my kids are watching, okay? So I'm sitting there, and I remember sitting with Kosi and Jaden, my 2 sons, my 2 smaller sons before Kai. And I'm sitting there, and I'm watching SpongeBob. And I saw Squidward I believe it was Squidward. Yes, Squidward. Squidward came out in fishnet stockings and high heels and a maid outfit. You know what me I talk about. You know woman will like to dress up with your man. When you have to put on your like a schoolgirl outfit or your like a maid outfit. You know what I say? That kind of something that I'm watching this kids cartoon and I see Squidward come out in a fishnet stockings and the bustier with the black and white maid outfit, miniskirt thing. And Squidward bent over and I do some, like him flashing the little thing when them use clean up the furniture, the duster. I was so infuriated. My kids thought I was mad at them because my Jamaican just come out. I was like, turn off that bomb off. I was like, what the hell y'all, what are y'all watching? What is this? And my poor kids are there like, it's SpongeBob, Dad. I said, that's SpongeBob? I thought this was like a spin-off of SpongeBob. But it was SpongeBob, the doggone cartoon. So ever since that day, and this was a few years ago, and ever since that day, I've been paying close attention to even the kids' cartoons. And it's in there. It's been in there. We late. They snuck it in. You hear what I just said? We are late. They snuck it in a long time ago. Your kids been tuned into that. Your kids been tuned into that. So, here what? Pay attention, man. Somebody just said, blame the mothers of the 700 girls that this white man was able to infect with AIDS. I can't really say I blame the mothers without blaming the fathers. Because our people seem to be... Can y'all still hear me? If you can still hear me, say yes. If no, I have to cut this live right now because the picture froze. Okay, the picture froze, but I'm still here talking. Listen, I cannot blame the mothers without blaming the fathers. I blame the whole damn community on a whole. I blame the black community for letting one white man move into the community. And you see all these underage white girls going over, black girls, young black girls going over to this house where this one white man moved into the community and you say nothing. If you as a black person ever move into a community that is predominantly white, your black ass is under surveillance. And if they see a train of little white girls coming over to your house, they are going to call DCF, Child Protective Services, Police Department. Some kind of investigation is going to be taking place. You understand? So the community as a whole was too accepting and they failed. I don't know. And then our men seem to still think it's cool. Our men seem to still think it's cool to breed up our damn women and just run away and left the friggin' woman, leave the woman with the children, and now here she is struggling. And then you have our women. Come on, man. Man. You're the protector, first of all, of your family. You're the protector of your children. So you got to understand that once you leave, your children are unprotected. The woman is going to do the best she can, but she can only do the best she can. And some of these women are hurt. They're so deeply hurt that they lash out in other ways that are further damaging. Blessings, Winnie Rock, thank you. It's further damaging to the children and the women in our community as a whole. You know what I'm saying? So somebody said blame the mothers, and I can't. I can't blame the mothers without blaming the damn fathers. A lot of good black men are hurt by messed up black women. A lot of our women were traumatized from a very young age. Enough of them get kicked out from early. Enough of them take on big man at a young age that had no good intentions for them other than to ride them and dash them away. And by the time they find out or figured out, and they kept going from one to the next, and by the time they got into a good one, they figured, well, he's probably just going to be the next. And no one took the time to explain to her the value of her essence, her gold mine, her self-worth, her self-respect. No one took the time to even treat her as if she was worthy. So she damaged enough black man and vice versa. And we've been damaging each other for the longest, man. So we can't blame one without blaming the other. But it is this kind of self-hate and self-damage that we have allowed to take us to where we are at now. To the point where one white boy can write off over 700. I gotta keep saying this number because I don't know no girls what even write 700 woman in a 10 years. 700. You could tell this guy was on a mission. This was a mission he was on. 700 black women in a 10-year span, and gave them AIDS. So, and he said he gave them AIDS so that they can go back and give it to black men. Some of them black women there, when you meet them, me? Hell no. I'm not attracted to no white boy. I've never been with one. And when you check it out, she are one of the 700. He is currently in jail. He is currently in jail, and they gave him a bond hearing, and at last minute, he rejected the bond hearing, saying, him no want come out. He doesn't want to come out because now that but they were going to let him out on bond, or they were giving him a bond hearing. You know what I'm saying? This guy should just be denied bond, period. Pass this or go straight to jail for life. A death penalty sentence, if they have a death penalty in the state that he is in, would be more appropriate. That's my opinion of him. We can't believe it. Well, believe it because it's true. A white man that's usually with a black woman has no concept of ebonics. This is where you went wrong. This is exactly, and I bet good-looking honky is probably also saying all white men have money. I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do for you real quick. So I'm going to hide you from my feed, and then I'm going to say what I have to say. They infiltrate. They study ebonics. They study whatever it is that you think is cool. It's just like, I saw it when I was in Europe. The white girls in Europe, they watch hip-hop, reggae, rap videos, R&B videos, and they study the way and they watch shows like Love and Hip Hop and all that, and they watch and study the way that the black women dress. They study how they speak and all that. And the guys do the same thing. The white boys that want black women, they study your culture more than how you study your own culture. So they know very damn well ebonics if you speak ebonics. Why you think it is if you see a Jamaican man, black Jamaican man with a Canadian white girl, if she's around him long enough, you start hear her talk patois. It's because she is studying what he is, so she can be more of what he likes. Same thing, vice versa. Somebody say he's gonna get time like Amber Geiger. Yeah. How she get what? 10 years, she'll be out in 5. Anyway, people, hear what? I'm sorry to go, but I have to go. It's at the hour, and my children usually call me at this time on their way to school when I'm not dropping them to school. So that was them calling, and usually when I'm doing a live and their phone call come in to say, morning, Dad, we're on our way to school, and we FaceTime every morning, it usually jams the picture. So I'm going to say bye to you right now and go give them their strength talk before they head out to school this morning. All right? So manners and respect, everybody. Bless up. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll talk later. I got some videos coming. Stay tuned for the videos because these conversations are going to get way deeper over the weekend. Make sure you tune in. All right? I'm out. Peace.